Hello everyone, it's just a dad. Today I'm going to do an unboxing on this WORX 20-volt cordless weed eater. So I've taken everything out of the box. I'm going to talk about the parts. We're going to assemble it, and then I'm going to show you how to use it. But here we have the cover. Here we have the battery charger. This is going to charge the 2 batteries that it comes with. Now the batteries have a push to test button to see how much charge they have. Now they don't come with much charge, so I do recommend charging both of them as soon as you get it. We've got this side wheel that we're going to install, and here's the unit. It comes pretty much assembled. The string is even in the spool already. Now the type of string this takes is 0.065 inch string, and you need about 10 feet of it to wind up into the spool. And the unit itself weighs about 5.3 pounds. Now the first thing, again, plug this into a wall outlet, and you're going to take a battery pack, and this simply just slides on. That light's going to be flashing green to let you know that it's charging the battery pack. Now once the battery pack is fully charged, that light will be solid green, and it will remain solid green as long as you've got it plugged in. You can leave this plugged in and it will keep a trickle charge on the battery pack. Now if you plug it in and it's flashing red, that means your battery pack is too hot. If it's solid red, that means it's bad battery pack. So, but that's okay. Once the battery pack cools down or heats up, depending on if it's too hot or too cold, then it will start charging it. And then to remove the charger, you have to press this release button and pull this off. And the charger is 120 volts, 60 hertz, 12 watts. And here's what the back side of the charger looks like. Okay, so let's go over to the tool now. We're going to install this side wheel. This is for like edging. Now this tool you don't have to put it on, but it can stay on even though you're weed eating. If you never plan on using this part of it, like if you're going to be weed eating at a 90-degree angle to do edging, then you could leave it off. You don't have to put that on. It does have a little push this little lever, and then you can pull it up. So I will be leaving it on, because once in a while I will be doing that. So you're going to slide it on, and you'll hear a little click. Now on the back side here, we're going to install the cover. Okay, but we got to remove this screw, and then we're going to reinstall it. It's a number 2 Phillips, and we're going to slide this on. Now before you slide this on, this arm, this may be up like that, or it may be off, but it needs to be in this groove, this metal rod, and they need to be straight like this, because you're going to take this is going to slide underneath so that those metal things are on the bottom. Keep sliding. Again, I'll just show you real quick. Slide, finds a groove, and you're going to hear like a click. Yeah. There. Both sides need to click into place. Now we can take that screw and install that screw. All right, we're done with the assembly of the unit. Now again, this is the trimmer head. You will have to wind up the cable or the cord yourself. You're going to pinch these tabs, and here's the little spool, what it looks like. But you'll have to take that spool out, wind it about 10 feet on there, and then feed it through there, push it in, and then you're good to go. Let's just take it out to show you. It's a really, really small spool. So there's the spool. Again, just wind it on. You can even put it in one of these little locks, you know, if you're storing it. One of the little cleats there. That way it's not going to unwind on you. Then when you're ready, feed it through. Undo the cleat. The arrows are up. All right, and we're going to just put it on there. Now it's installed. And just simply push this on. So I do recommend getting extra little spools that you can have handy, ready to go. They do sell an attachment that you can put on the handle that has a spool ready to go on it. So then you just got to change the spool. So whenever you press the trigger up at the top, that's going to let the line out. Here is the cutter. This is going to, so as this is spinning around, it's going to cut it at the right length. If we look right here, yeah, there's the cutter right there. So this is going to spin, and then that's going to cut it to make sure it's the right length. Up here's the handle. You're going to press that in, and you can put that at different positions, whatever's convenient for you. Just push that and let it pops out. Here's where you're going to adjust the length. Open that up, and now you can extend it. It won't come out. Okay, with it all the way extended down to the center to the handle is 44 inches. And then let's retract it. Again, you can put it anywhere in between to the center where the spool is, and to the handle's 30 inches. And now you're going to take a battery, make sure it's fully charged. Again, press the button. This one's not fully charged, but it does have a little bit of charge on it. You're going to slide it in from the bottom. Make sure you hear the click. And then when you need to remove it, press this button to take it off. Now to start it, this is a safety switch. You got to press the safety switch, then I can pull the handle. Now to feed line, I've got to have the unit running, so I'll have it running, and then I'm going to press this to have line come out. So let's try it. Okay, now you may not think that line is coming out because the unit stops, but I did draw a line, so I'm going to just prove this. So it's really hard to tell the line's coming out. So I'm going to draw a Sharpie. That was my earlier Sharpie. I'm going to draw, that's right where this is at. So every time you press that button, again, it's a little tricky because this stops spinning, but the line does come out, and then it cuts it off right away. And it kind of makes you think that maybe the line didn't come out. So here we have our Sharpie, and there's the second Sharpie. So what I'm going to do is, again, you have to have it running to feed the line out. Let's get this like this. Okay. Press that, hold that. Now, so you don't need to do it that often. You just need to press it one time to get some line to come out. I was doing it a bunch to kind of show, and there's how much line came out. There's the first line, and there's the second line. So let's do another test real quick. I want to see how much comes out. This is kind of new technology to me. I want to see how much comes out when you press it just one time. All right, now let's see. So you get, there, you do get a decent amount that comes out. So there was the third line, and when I pressed it just one time, there's how much line came out. Okay, now to get the unit, you want to put your foot it makes you think you're going to break it, but you got to put your foot kind of like right here on the guard and then lift up. There's really no lock or anything. There's just kind of these big detents to get that to the correct angle you want. Now you can pretty much go at a 90-degree angle, or you can have it go pretty much flat and anywhere in between. That's probably about the right angle. Again, I can go anywhere in between. I can put this handle where I want, so lots of flexibility. It is very, very lightweight. And I like having this handle here. And then when I want to go sideways or do edging, I've got the wheels ready to go. So again, very, very lightweight. Looks like it's going to be very easy to use. I've never had this auto feed system before. I've always had the bump style, but this one looks like it's going to be pretty nice. So I hope this unboxing video helped. Thanks everybody for watching.